Here's your opportunity to have fashion and fantastic sports at the same time. We have all become very health conscious in the last 18 to 24 months. We've also learned the importance that our temperature is as being a generalized guideline of our overall wellness. When I walk into the building every day here at QVC, we've got this giant monstrosity, this machine that's as tall as I am, and you have to lean up close to it and it reads the temperature. And if anyone comes into our building that has a temperature that's too high, they're sent home. And I think that's a smart move. That was the first line of defense. Well, think about the way we used to take temperatures when I was a kid. It sounds barbaric. Mercury is a poisonous metal. If you've ever dropped an old thermometer, you know how difficult that stuff was to pick up. Well, the idea of putting glass in your mouth to begin with, or otherwise, doesn't seem right. This is like Star Trek. The technology is actually better than a glass and metal thermometer. This is from HoMedics. We combined the two most important pieces of equipment for home use and then mark them down. These are clearance sale prices. When they're gone, and I do not have any reorders. That's a 25% savings off what both these pieces of equipment sold for just before the holidays. So you're getting a thermal detector, that is your thermometer, and that's no touch, and this is an oximeter. This actually will give you not only your pulse, but it'll also give you your blood oxygen levels. And that's something I didn't even know to look for until March of last year. They come to you together in a set and the batteries are included. You literally get everything you need. I'll tell you what, Emily Scott has been bringing us great stuff for a long time that make us feel better, help us to be healthier. This is something that every family should have in their medicine cabinet at home. Emily, welcome.
Hi, Dan. Thank you so much. And you're right. I think the last 18 months, 2 years has really given us a new normal. Taking our temperature, but also going to the doctors has changed. I've called my doctor and I've had to have an interview ahead of time to even go to the doctor. And then I feel rushed in the doctor. So Homedic put this kit together so that you would know your numbers and have that information available at your fingertips to support your medical professional. As you said, this is a pulse oximeter, and I'll talk about this in just a second. This technology has been in use in the medical profession for decades, but it's kind of new to home use. But the thermometer, as you said, used to look like you,
Excuse
bless
me.
you, my friend, used to
Excuse
look
me.
like this. And now this is contactless. Not all of them are created equal. This uses infrared technology without touching. I simply pull the trigger, point it at the middle of my forehead. Now, not only do I get my actual temperature, which is 98.1, but did you
Yep.
see how it lit up green?
Yep.
Green, this is a great indicator, means you're good to go. Yellow, you're a little bit elevated. If that screen turns red, you have a fever. So it might be time to call the doctor. It also stores the last 50 of your readings because you know what the doctor says is like, what's happened over the last, you haven't felt well for 3 days? What's happened with your temperature? Now you can scroll through that memory and you can know what it is.
Yeah, let's talk about the oximeter. Again, I didn't even know what that was until March of last year. And for the people who watched for a while, I had a life-changing event. I had a coronary and was very blessed. A surgeon saved my life. I have 6 stents, and I have been much more cognizant of my own personal wealth. I'll show you a number that I'm jazzed about right now. My blood oxygen level is right now at 97%. That's
Perfect.
rock solid.
Yeah,
That's
yes, I
I'm
love
happy
it.
about that. Yeah. But this wasn't
Dan,
the
I
type, this
love
wasn't the type
seeing
of
that.
thing that we used to be able to do at home. Sadly, you had
Yeah,
to be usually in the hospital to have
yeah,
pieces of equipment like this available to you. And we're giving you both. I love the fact that the no contact also means if your child is not feeling well, you can take their temperature without having to be invasive. You don't have to touch them. It doesn't have to beep. You can turn the beep off so that you don't wake them up in the middle. Never wake up a sleeping baby that doesn't feel good. Whoever wakes up
You-
the sleeping baby who doesn't feel good then becomes the enemy of everyone. Always.
Everyone,
Yeah.
yes, you're going into timeout. But as you said, the blood oxygen level. So what is happening here is we're breathing in, and our lungs take that vital oxygen, and they deliver it through our cardiovascular system to our tissue, our ligaments, our vital organs, our brain. But it has to be at a certain level. It has to be between 95 and 100. The doctor knows all of this science. But we had no way, unless you have one of these at home, you have no way of knowing that number. Yours is
Yeah.
97. You are absolute perfection. All you do is put it on one of your three fingers, you press the button, and in the medical shows, they always call it pulse ox because it takes your pulse as well as your oxygen level. You push the button, you can't feel it working. Again, it's that infrared, clinically accurate technology. So now when you call the doctor, and you say you don't feel well, and they say, "What's the matter?" You can tell them your exact temperature. You can tell them your blood oxygen level. And I don't know about you, Dan, if you've ever felt rushed at the doctor's office.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
These are not the numbers, you want to get stuck on. You want to spend that time talking about your health and your wellness. You can walk in with these numbers on a piece of paper or take the devices with you.
Yeah. Now, by the way, on the thermometer, on that video we just showed you, there are settings for not just only taking body temperature, but also taking surface temperature. When my wife and I had my daughter, which was a few years back, the only way to test formula was to dump it on your own wrist.
And then hope it wasn't hot.
Yes. Yeah, we would pull, microwaves were around back then, but we would pull a baby bottle out of the microwave and drip a couple drops, and if you swore out loud, it was too hot for the baby. We've come a long, long way from the way we raised our children to now having modern instruments that do the hard work for us. I think this is a must-have. And a lot of people are now making these thermometers, no touch, but I trust HoMedics. HoMedics has been a brand name here at QVC almost as long as I have, and I know that they make hospital-grade, laboratory-tested equipment for home use. It works.
Yeah. It was the set we all needed 2 years ago,
Yep.
and it's the set that I'm never going to be without. These are the numbers we need to know every time we call the doctor, for sure.
I agree. And by the way, also just because I'm getting a little up in years, I can't read those little dashes and on a regular glass thermometer, even with
I know.
reading glasses. So,
Twist it and twist it.
Yeah.
You're going like this. You don't feel well. I can't see that. For
it's
sure.
just so much simpler. So much simpler. Hey, Emily, thank you for being with us today. It's always a pleasure. You're coming back
pleasure.
with another item. Most chairs don't give you enough lumbar support.